do a little sound check here. So if you have headphones on or you're sensitive to sound, turn it down for a hot minute. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node come on in. That wasn't a very loud one. I don't know why, but it was a good one. Come on in. I hope everybody's having a good day, evening, afternoon, whatever, however. I've already called in everybody's spirit guides and angels, and the whole spirit team is in the house with me right now, so just know it. Right off the bat. Narcissist, egotistical, opportunist, fragile. Yeah, they are. They can put it out, but they can't take it. So right off the bat, we got a flat out, full-blown narcissist. All right, here we go. No dilly-dallying with these new cards I have here, apparently. Oops, way too many. I'll take the one on the bottom. Possibilities. Follow your dreams, make up your mind, and believe in yourself. Right on, Scorp. That's right. You got a lot of possibilities and opportunities coming your way, I believe, especially this year, right? What's crowning you? Hopeless, loss, depression. Somebody in a very bad situation. I don't like that last word on that card. Longing, missing you, let's talk, reunion, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. You're longing for somebody, you're missing somebody, or they're missing you. Something like that. All right, hold on. And then we have exhausted, burned out, burned, burdened, and empty. Yeah, enough is enough. Somebody's exhausted. They need to heal. They need to balance, whatever that is. All right, that's where we're starting out with. All right, Scorpio. I'm going to get a little bit more of the vibe before I get into my tarot. So, hey there. Good to see us tapping in and out. Show me what I need to see for Scorpio. My higher vibrationals. And right off the bat, we're dealing with a full-blown narcissist. You know, I just started the reading, and we got to start that way. Who gives a shit? Right on, Scorpio. I love it. Egotistical, opportunist. Who gives a shit? That is funny. Letting it go, right? Getting over it. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. That is hilarious. I love how that came out. Yeah, trying not to give a shit, though, because usually they take up so much of our lives and mental space that, you know, getting there to the point of who gives a shit probably took you quite a bit. Anyway, let's, what else, Spirit? What does my collective need to know for the next few weeks here? What's their message? Grimm's fairy tales or storybook? Believe in yourself, follow your dreams, and make up your mind. Possibilities. I feel like some of you are living a real life fairy tale, like a real, like, if I don't know if maybe some of you should write a book, literally, because there's so much of fantastical kind of vibes in this. Like, like living a fairy tale. Huh. Wow. Well, all of the stories and lores and whatnot come from somewhere. How they change through the grapevine is another thing, but there's always some truth to them, right? Hello. And two twins. West came out. Usually in spirituality, the West signifies spiritual awakenings, completions, endings, whatever that may be. So, somebody's really in a bad spot here with this completion. I'm not sure. Good omen. That's good to see, because this whole, I don't like this card. I'm going to show it to you. Loss, depression, and so we're going to hope that somebody's not in that state, you know, right? There's a good omen here. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Somebody's longing for someone, missing you. Let's talk, and a reunion. There's a good omen. Maybe it's just a hopeless situation, okay? That would be. And then courage came out. Courage with exhausted, burned out, burned. Oh, burdened. I did that twice when I read that. Somebody might have been burned, you know? Scorned, in fact, I feel. But burned out, burdened, and empty, you know? Just tired, man. Tired, boss. Are you tired, boss? Tired of shit? I'm going to start with my fantastical kind of tarot. It's my Oz in Wonderland deck. I love this deck. I hope you do as well. Show me what I need to do for my Scorps. I hope everyone is doing good out there, seriously, because this hopeless situation, maybe this hopeless situation is finally coming to an end. But we don't give a shit about the narcissist. That's plain and simple with that card. Who gives a shit? You know? And I feel like maybe they didn't give a shit about you, possibly in the past. Could go both ways. Six of Cups, yeah. There could be trauma. There could be serious bad memories. This narcissist doesn't want a union. But, you know, it's, I don't know. Who gives a shit is right over it. I need a bunch of cards, Spirit. The Moon with Cheshire Cat. Grimm's Fairy Tales or Storybook. Yeah, the Lies is like a fairy tale, you know, this whole thing. Seven of Swords down, the Emperor down, and the Ace of Cups down. There's a lot of deception here, a lot of secrets. Somebody has a lot of fears. They're scared. But they need to believe in themselves, make up their mind, right? Grimm's Fairy Tales and Storybook is right over it with Seven of Swords next to it. So that's the Walrus and the Carpenter. They're not really looking at each other here. I don't know if that means anything. The swords are deep in the water. Yeah, if you can, I'll show it to you upright. But yeah, this is about toxic mental health issues, lying, stealing, cheating, betrayals, you know, that kind of thing. Whatever that Moon card can represent, it's in this card, but now it's, I'm feeling, you know, very much the narcissistic. I feel like somebody is a strong narcissist out there. Now, I don't know if that's you that I'm talking about that you're dealing with or what, but these cards are pertaining to that. Yeah. Abuse of power, loss of authority, out of control. This could be a boss, a leader, or a father figure. This narcissist, you know, Oz, the big grand illusion of it all. Yeah, there's a good omen there. Somebody's missing you. They want to talk. Okay, maybe this narcissist misses you. Yeah, they miss sucking up your energy is what they miss. Yeah, there's no love here, unfortunately. Nobody wants to drink out of this cup, I don't think. Yeah, people are tired, burned out, and having the courage to go through this. For this cup to be empty like this, I feel like a lot happened, you know, because we have trauma on this end or bad memories. And then on this end, we got this, you know? Ew. She got caught. Good. Well, good, at least, because, you know, what the fuck? Yeah, the betrayal. I ain't good. People suck, you know, and the world, it's showing. This year, it's going to really, you know, the people that are really, really, really south node or low vibe, they're going to be feeling it this year, and it's going to get chaotic. So you got to stay on your path, stay in your light. And with this whole AI thing, this year, it's going to be so, they're going to be taking over people's person. And I mean, they can take me. So if I'll never contact you for information or donations or anything. Please know that scam artists are about. They could probably, you know, make it look like it's me, and, you know, make me say things or do things, or it could happen to leaders or, you know, so this AI thing, nobody's going to know what to believe. So you're going to have to really pay attention, you know, stay present this year. Anywho, back to that may be very relevant here somehow, some way though. Yeah, black magic was given in the past with this narcissist. That card is right over this egotistical opportunist, you know. If they see somebody or something that they can get out of anybody, of course they're the friend, you know. But narcissists also, whoever they're attacking or sucking energy from, they'll go and help a stranger just to make themselves look good, but they won't fucking help you, huh? Isn't that the damn truth? Yeah, that's just mental fucking psychological abuse. It's warfare. I hate it, you know? Yeah, 4 of Wands reversed. This is like not good news here, you know, with this deception. And then I have Grimm's Fairy Tales or Storybook. I'm not kidding. They could be trying to come up with stories and lies. So you're going to have to stay within, stay grounded, right? Follow your dreams, believe in yourself, and make up your mind about what and what. Right? Show me. Scorpio. Let's play some tarot. A lot of you are conspiracists out there like I am. Scorpio is good for that. Scorpios also make good private investigators and detectives, and, you know, it's like nature to us, you know. We can see like through things sometimes, you know, the deceptive. Once we know, we know. Very focused energy. Yeah, stay focused on you this year. Whatever goes on around you, because it could get kind of chaotic. I just have this thing, this feeling. 5 of Pentacles down. This is right in the middle of the reading. The completions, the endings, the, you know, whatever the West is signifying here with the lies and the toxicity ending, because it was a hopeless situation. They might have ostracized you in the past, you know, left you out in the cold, left you homeless. A lot of you probably were homeless a couple times even. I was. Isn't that nice? You know, that's nice. Yeah. And I had to figure it out. And sure as shit, I did. Yeah. I don't like these kinds of energies. I had to fight against them my entire life. It's ridiculous. You know? I'm tired of fighting. I'm not fighting with anybody anymore. I haven't in, I don't know, 10 years. It's kind of nice. I've been healing ever since. It kind of just happened. As soon as I got rid of the toxic shit out of my life and the people, all of a sudden things started. It was really obvious. I didn't even have to try a whole lot, but then it also did happen. But I did go through my dark night of the soul. I had to come to my truth that these were my, in my life. Anywho, back to the subject. Yeah, there's no drive here. They do not want to take this opportunity. The fire is out. That cup is empty. These are two aces now that are reversed. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. You have a good omen for you. But they want to talk. They don't have any drive, but they want to talk and have a union. Or that's what we're hoping for. That's maybe the emperor's plan, or something that they're scheming. Clearly. Look at that Cheshire cat. I wish it would focus because that's a really cool card. Yeah. And then I have Page Pentacles, Toto, having courage, planting seeds, moving on, going ahead. These could be messages coming in. It could be, have courage. Stand strong. You might notice, like it says empty here on this exhausted card. I don't know if you can see it, but it does. Now, I got this feeling when I just kind of saw that some of these narcissists might be NPCs, right? So maybe they're, nobody's home when you look in their eyes. Because if they're truly, truly a narcissist like this one is talking about, then they don't have a soul, like nobody's home. A deer in headlights, maybe, they're caught, they'll look at you and they'll be like, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. But once you know, you can't unsee it. You know what I mean? But yeah, who gives a shit though? I love my spirit guides. They crack me up. It was painful. It is painful. More than likely 3 culprits here, but this is the betrayal card. This hurts. The black magic, they probably created shit they didn't even realize they were creating. They weren't believers. See? They weren't really believers or something. They didn't think this shit was true. And that's maybe why the Grimm's Fairy Tales and Storybook is coming up. Because they think that this is like, when it's just reality or something. Huh. All right. How these messages come through. 4 of Swords reversed. Yeah, these people could be ill. You might not be doing so well. Mental illness, It's not good. The deception's not good. Are they feeling what they put out? Because if they lived their life hating and stopping and demanding and controlling, these control freaks, thinking they can control you, your soul, your life. All these old structures, beliefs, they're fading because there's too much information out there now, Metamorphosis, they're refusing the change. They're refusing. They don't want it completion. This is the blue butterfly. This is the number 24. This is the one of the extra cards. We have 25 major arcanas in this deck, which is kind of cool. This is number 24. They don't want to change. They do not want to go through. They don't want to go through, when the caterpillar goes through the chrysalis or what. And before they transform and morph into the they don't want to go through it. It's too painful of a process. Maybe they're scared. Narcissists, they're all talk. They have nothing to back them up. They're all flexers, fake flexing, opportunists. I can't stand narcissists because that's one of my biggest things I had to learn in life is this shit. 3 of Wands. There's a good omen here. You're waiting on your harvest, strategically done, patiently done. I feel a lot of you. I like it. It's coming in, it's showing. There's no drive here, but there's a good omen for you. I like it. Moving on. Moving on with this big fat liar. And still coming up with lies and just, just they're not changing. See, narcissists won't change. They're not gonna. They have to want to. And if they're a serious fucking narcissist, they don't. It's just so rare, it's ridiculous. I don't know. I've tried. I tried. Oh my God, did I try? But I finally learned that you can't. And that's the hard truth of it. But these people, this person may be teaching like, unethical ways or morals by actions, not even just words. They might, so you got to question these ethics if they're father figures or bosses or leaders. Like, where's the morals here? Where's the ethics? Where's the, and then here's Toto, the studious one, trying to plant seeds and having courage to move forward. Bottom of the deck. Some people will never learn. 8 of Pentacles reversed. Very, very hard lessons to learn because they're just so stubborn. I think this is coming to the point where things are coming to a head, shit like that. Yeah, they don't have any morals. I know they don't. I swear they preach it all day long and tell you, but it's that if they're just projecting what they don't have. See, it's like it's really weird when you get into it, and they're just, some people are not mentally well right now on this planet, and there's a lot of people on this planet that are not in a good place because they didn't believe to begin with. They were reckless or careless. Show me. I got 9 of Cups and 6 of Cups reversed. All right, well, I had 6 of Cups reversed here. Ding, 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 ding. And now I have 6 of Cups reversed here. They're both, bad memories of it all. Somebody's wish fulfillment. This narcissist wanted you in trauma, wanted you in bad memory. Their wish fulfillment, they wanted to break your spirit, because that's what narcissists do. They think they have the right. They think they're entitled, Bad memories all day long. We don't want these reunions, but, I feel like there's a union that needs to happen or something. I feel it, it's like the vibe, but they're deceptive. I can't even, there's so many possibilities for you. Follow your dreams, right? Believe in yourself. You're on the right track, especially my North Noders, of course. North Node, you can't be on the wrong track because it's north, it's light. I'm getting a lot, and a lot of it I'm not even sure. Like, I gotta ask, slow it down, because I getting very, like, I feel like there's a lot of energies. It might include a lot of people, Show me what I need to see for my Scorps. I feel like your tails are like ready. You know what I mean? They're ready. Yeah, there's an opportunity here for closure, probably coming in. Somebody might be getting a new job, something tangible. Not sure how that may work for you, but there is an opportunity with, it's not toxic. There is some completion coming in out of this hopeless situation after all. There's a good omen here for you. I know your New Year's reading was fantastic. So, and I think that you guys are going to have a lot of you are going to have good years. So however this plays out, we may have to go through whatever this is to get to that, Temperance reverse, very imbalanced, very reckless. Total abuse of authority and loss of authority is here. this control freak or whatever. There is a good omen over this. It's right over it. Just know it. They need to come up with the courage to face you. But that's what this is all about. You've had a lot of patience. I feel like you've done a lot of healing through this. But however, they are very unhealed. They're not okay. I feel like it's very sad, actually. The Empress reversed. Longing. Somebody's missing their kid or kids, possibly. Could be just very blocked or in poverty or, having no, nothing, The Empress reversed with the Ace reversed. Wow. Somebody's very hateful, very, they're exhausted. They're feeling somebody feels empty. Show me, I need a bunch of cards, Spirit. Narcissist will drain your energy as long as you let them. I hate to say it. We gotta get you free of this shit. Hold on, I dropped a couple. We got 7 of Swords again. Ding, 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 ding. Yep, that Walrus and Carpenter card. Look how sneaky. Sneaking off with those, fucking narcissists. This happened through time. Yeah. Sneaky, lying, cheating, black magic. And my higher vibrationals, who gives a shit? You're over it. I feel like they're stuck in it because that's how they are. They're not moving on. They're bitter, salty, hostile, negative, mean girl energy, mean-spirited, male or female. I feel like this group is, that created this trauma. Yeah, it was not good, this deception. Show me. I'm feeling like very poking the bear or pushing buttons to your absolute flipping limit. That's a narcissist. They'll push it and push it. Something about that. Ugh. Surprised the Knight of Swords isn't out, but I'm feeling it. Like that. I don't know. It's like a wicked force, Is this good versus evil? Is that what this is coming down to for some of you? Kind of feeling that. Wheel of Fortune. Dead center in the reading. Oh, yeah. It's about karma. It's about what comes around goes around. I knew I felt the tables turning. I think I said something of the kind right in the beginning. They're very scared, more than likely. They're probably in regret or guilt or shame or something. They need to let that go, come to their own truths and let it go and heal. It's all about change, but it's about divine timing. See, something divinely timed is coming for you. Some kind of completion. And maybe this is what needed to happen for you to enjoy the rest of your year. I was just saying that too. Because this is about the wheel of the year, right? We're only in the very, very beginning. Hanged Man reversed. Time is now. Good omen. Somebody's freeing themselves. They were let down from that hanging position, or they let themselves down somehow out of that sacrificial energy. There's a good omen here, Scorpio, and you need to dig it. Some of you, they wanted you dead. Some of you, they didn't want you to exist. They would put obstacles. They would throw you out in the cold. They wanted you embarrassed and humiliated. This is ridiculous. How people can be like why? Why? And then they expect to live happily ever after when they're in that energy. What the fuck? Comes around, goes around, man, and you better fucking believe it, because these are the times. King of Wands. Could be a boss, a leader, somebody that's, like an entrepreneur, taking action, right? Courage. Somebody's taking action. They're going to plant a seed. It's coming in slow, but it's here, right? Finally, maybe, for a lot of you. That's what it's about anyway. Another Emperor card. Ding, 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 ding. This one is up. Somebody took control of this betrayal or heartache. They somehow took control of something, walked away and said enough is enough. Who gives a shit? There's more out there or something. Dealt with it, moved. We are the death card, right? So we go through transformative kind of relationships and things all the time, right? It's got to get easier, through some of these things. This one may not be easy, this could be a big one. But sometimes it's like you're learning to transform that morph that energy into power. Thank you, Spirit. You've learned how to, that's for my higher vibrationals, learning to morph it into something powerful, that pain, that heartbreak, that betrayal, and turn it into something powerful for you. Could very well have to do with your gifts, I just heard. Spiritual gifts. Maybe you're psychic or an empath or a healer or what. Who knows? Everyone's different. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Hi there. Oh, well, thank you very much. I can't read your name. Steph Squires. Thank you so much. That was nice of you. Knight of Pentacles down here. Yeah, things are definitely, the toxicity is definitely coming to a stop. They really, I don't feel like they're going to be taking the opportunity, unfortunately, to heal, or a lot of them will not, because that's just, like I was saying, the serious narcissist part of it. But I do feel like they're scared. They're scared. They're bitter. They're mad. They're, because they didn't win or something. And they have to come forward, or they feel like they do, or they want to, or, they don't want to change, but they're coming forward. Still planting seeds of deception and what? Yeah, competition. What the fuck? Petty, arguing, fighting. Hey, just look at the card. There's fucking chaos. They don't want to change. It's ridiculous. Look, Wheel of Fortune is all about change, right? I just said it. And then Metamorphosis is refusing it. Tell me that's not a dual energy. This could be very petty too. Like this whole mess could be swiped out or cleaned up with people just coming to the truth and apologizing, owning up, and moving on. And it could be something as stupid as that. And nope, they're going to keep digging and keep digging and keep picking and poking the bear, and it's like they don't stop. It's ridiculous. Ace of Wands down again. Ding, 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 ding. The Death card. There we are. Showing up. Showing up. But somebody's very codependent. Somebody is having a very hard time with money. That could be part of their backfire. I don't know. Some people will never learn, see? All right, where was I? Ace of Wands down for the second time. You're looking ahead. You know, I do feel like a lot of you are depleted, you know, in fact. You may not want a beginning here, but you definitely do over here, kind of thing. You're waiting for your good omen to come in. Just know it's on its way. And then we have the King of Swords down with the Death card, the big fat liar. Yep, it's all about change. And scorpionic energy. I feel like this is probably the best thing that could happen, believe it or not, even though it's a very difficult situation. Yeah, they learn from repetition. That's why narcissistic behaviors are learned behaviors. That's why teenagers, and that's a really hard one to break the teenagers out of, you know, because it's a very entitled, you know, people that don't take accountability, right? It is, it's absolutely 100%, no shit, but it is about change. And there you are. Having the courage and moving forward. You're exhausted, but you got a lot to look forward to. And this rider and this horse is looking to the future in front of me. It's facing, you know, like this would be the past as I read to you, right? Anywho, I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're going to use my Hidden Realms Oracle here. What do you got for my Scorp Spirit? Take the first one. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Number 2. I like it. It's about selflessness, humility, and conscious action. Right on, Scorpio. I love it, my higher vibes. Hold on. Number 2. And it is definitely your ally, so check it out. Don't forget to flip and flop, should you need to. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service has arrived to help you to find your true purpose today. Feeling gratitude for each moment you experience and loving what is and what has been, I'll remind you that every breath you take holds a deep and profound awareness. Through small actions and selfless service to another, you're automatically placed upon your highest path, whether you're immediately aware of it or not. The presence of this ally lets you know that you're on the correct path to fulfill your desires. You'll also be You're also notified that your actions of service and attitude of gratitude will yield riches beyond your wildest dreams, as long as those riches aren't the goal that you have in mind. Giving service with no thought of return is what's required of you today. This would also be a good time to write a list reminding yourself of all the things in your life that and in the world around you that you have to be grateful for. Like a mantra, something like that. If your question refers to a relationship, let gratitude be your guide. Be thankful for all that you learn from this person. Truly, there are no friends and no enemies, just teachers along life's journey. Be grateful for the laughter and even the tears. The attitude of gratitude is a magnet for true love in all forms. I love it. That's cool. Some of you singles out there may be meeting someone soon. I kind of feel, you know, in that vibe. I like it. Whoops, Peridot just came out. My eternal crystals, you may want to carry a piece on your person through these times. It's number 31. 31, 3 10s and a 1. Big messages for someone. It's no coincidence that you're being drawn to this Peridot crystal. Peridot is a beautiful green color and it's associated with your heart chakra. It's also associated with with relationships and healing. You're a natural teacher, and you are now being encouraged to use your natural healing abilities, your compassionate energy, and love to help nurture and teach others. Yeah, attitude of gratitude, selflessness, helping others. Yeah, Scorpios are very loyal, very loving, very deep. You know, it's when you piss us off that then there's a whole war going on, maybe. All right. Do, 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 do. Being a teacher doesn't necessarily mean working in a school environment. Teachers come in a lot of forms. Perhaps you're already teaching your friends and family about how to handle certain situations. Or you may be a lecturer, an adult educator, or a child carer. Whatever form of teaching you engage in, know that your spirit guides and angels are supporting you with this. Your words are very powerful. You have the ability to connect with people from all walks of life and can provide important information to those who need it. You may even be teaching unknowingly through your writing, through the words that you speak, through your own positive energy, or even leading by example. Part of your life's purpose is to heal and teach others. Share your knowledge where you can. Yeah, you've come far. You've learned a lot. You know, these people are not learning their lessons. You, on the other hand, have learned a lot of lessons, and those lessons need to be taught, right? Your experiences, not what people are telling you to teach, right? I like that message. That was kind of deep, actually. All right. Give me a few of these. What do you got for my Scorpios? Couple more. Couple more. Yeah, you're on the road to success, but boy, is this a challenging one. I hate to say it, but this might be a literal passing here, this death card, for somebody out there, you know? Maybe not everybody. It could just be the change and transformation and endings, but how those endings are going to be different for everybody. All right. 8 of Hearts. Yeah, a lot of flattery. I do with this longing card here, and let's talk, reunion, missing you vibe, and then you have the flattery card. They may try to flatter you. This narcissist, that's right. They love bomb people, right? Be aware of, being love bombed. Yeah, sudden shock from bad news. This is shocking. I feel like a lot of people are overwhelmed with this shit. It's not a flippin' fairy tale after all, it's reality. That's exactly what I feel. Yeah, there's a mighty enemy around. This is the mountain card. They may be from the mountains, on a mountain, near a mountain. I don't know, but there is a big ass, narcissistic, egotistical person that you cannot trust, and just know that, period. Okay. I think you already do, actually. Oh, and then I had the star. Success in all ways around. My favorite card in tarot. Healing, wish fulfillment, manifestations, um, loving, caring, nurturing. Water is coming. Like, I usually have a star card, and the lady has her foot in the water, so that represents a lot of healing and emotional traumas that are being healed, or what even. But I am seeing water. Maybe some of you want to go near the water, or if you're able to take a trip, or the ocean, a lake, stream. I don't know how that is for you, but yeah, I guess I'm taking one more. I've been shuffling. Oh, this is my grandma's deck. Yeah, I did. The thief, stealing. Somebody's stealing from you, this narcissist. It says it right there. Yep. Stealing. Very sneaky. Yeah. Just let it go. Whatever it is that they have taken, it cannot be worth it. Nothing is worth your own peace, right? You could be the baby of the family, or it's about children. Maybe I don't really feel like anyone's expecting, but I suppose it could be, you know. There is some good news coming, thank God, right? With this good omen card here as well. So that's two of them. Nice. Thank you, Grandma. This is her deck. She's talking to me right now. Thought. Yeah, let's put everybody in deep thought. Compartmentalizing all the shit that they've done. I also feel like they're not thinking. They're blocked. You've put this person in thought too. But a narcissist is a narcissist. Yeah. See, I don't know how that's going to work out for you guys, but you can place it. One more. Misfortune. This is a tower for somebody. Huge. That's Scorpio energy too. Boom. Yeah. Didn't I say that tail was, getting ready? The scorpion tail. Yeah. Whew. I feel like somebody's world is about to change. These egotistical people, Wow. It's over. We're over for this shit. It ain't happening anymore. It's ending. Thankfully, finally. Some of this shit you've been going through for years. So maybe this is the year it all gets wrapped up and we can all finally move on, right? And start our new lives and our new chapters and our new year. Those are your messages, Scorpio. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and please just be a good human. Help a girl out and smash that like, share, and subscribe button. I'll be back soon with your next messages. Have a great day.